I'm Janae Malbrough. This edition, we'll be particularly covering SFA's Intramural Sports. Not only will we be talking about the purpose of intramural sports on campus, but the main objective is to also spread the word. To get people more involved in campus life, joining me today is a current associate and part-time sports official with Campus Recreation, Jackson Vandover. Jackson, thank you for coming and talk to us today.
I'm happy to be here, yeah.
So, to start things off, I must ask you, what is your primary motivation to become an employee with the Campus Rec?
Well, my primary motivation for it was I was a people person, and I've come from like a coaching background. My whole family's always been in that, and so getting involved of like the Campus Rec life. First of all, amazing rec center that's here on campus. Anyone's not involved in it, highly recommend. And something about just disciplining yourself to be in a daily routine of trying to be healthy and pushing yourself to limits that maybe you're not even sure you can reach, / just trying to be healthy in your day-to-day life is something that I've always just enjoyed, and it's always been a favorite part of my day. And so like becoming a part of the team there at the rec center, it was pretty much like a no-brainer for me. I just wanted to be a part of that. And ever since, it's just been a joy of either like I get to get up there like super early in the morning. I know I'm kind of weird. I like to be places early. So like, 6 o'clock in the morning, I'm there, seeing those who are up early as well, seeing what they're doing, and helping them out, cleaning, keeping things safe in today's environment. And just overall, I was just motivated for the sense of I like people and I get to see people in their best.
Right, sounds like that came natural to you. What do you like about working as an associate? I know, like, working in the rec could be quite, like, bustling.
It is kind of bustling, yeah, you could say that, because there's just so much different people that come in and out throughout the day. But like I said, I'm a people person, and so working there and just being associated with so many different kinds of people, which is just a cool part of college in general, is the different kinds of, like, worlds that people come from, and seeing that. And so getting to not only work with some of those people on staff, which is so cool and fun, but also see those people come in. And I don't know, I'm kind of like that weird person. Like, I feel like most people on staff avoid talking with others, but I kind of enjoy seeing other people's backgrounds and stuff, and especially in like a rec center, because it takes a decision to come there. It's not just people are there for fun. I mean, maybe they are, but
Right.
usually it's like, this is a decision that I'm making to be here. And so I want to know why. I want to know why they're here. I want to know their background. And so being a part of that field is just something that I've really enjoyed to see.
That's good that you're interested in learning more about others. Now to transition to talking about intramural sports, where is the organization located at?
All right, so the Intramural Sports, we have a desk in the rec center. You can ask the front desk if you get in, if you can't find it, but it's a competitive sports desk. It's kind of in the back section a little bit, but we have people there, and if you're interested in signing up for Intramural Sports, which is super fun, by the way, whatever that sport may be, it is, you could say like it's different pertaining to the sport, but most sports, if not all, you can go to this competitive sports desk, and there'll be an associate there to help walk you through it. And if not, there's also a website that you can get on. IamLeagues.com is a great place to go to if you're maybe don't want to be socially interactive with others and just
Right.
sign up online, which, I mean, you're in a sport, you're pretty social as it is, but I don't know.
So if someone was hesitant about joining one of the sports, what would you tell them?
I mean, if you're hesitant about joining a sport, I mean, first, it depends on what you're hesitant about. Let me preface that. But if you're hesitant in the sense of like, oh, I don't have like friends there, I feel like that's a big part of intramural sports. First of all, do you enjoy the sport? I think that's key, first of all. If you'd like, for me, I love basketball. So that's pretty prevalent to me to want to join that sport. But also, I like the unity that it provides with like playing with friends around. So if you don't have, first, if you don't enjoy the sport, and you don't really have friends in that sport, I can understand why you're hesitant. So if that's the case, get your friends to be involved in it. Whatever that, soccer, basketball, we got, a little bit of rugby. Rugby's pretty big here. I didn't realize that until I joined, but rugby's very, very popular. But yeah, I'd say if you're hesitant, get someone to go with you. Have some friends.
Right, I totally agree because having someone to go with you makes things a lot more comfortable. So, in order to facilitate and be ahead of a particular sport, what are the steps in becoming a captain?
All right, so to become a captain of a team in an intramural sport, like the website I said before, which is imleagues.com, there's a fee that you have to pay to create a team, which is like $40, I think. You pay that fee, you become the captain, and then you can start recruiting people to your team and then submitting that on the website.
Okay. So, with the limited number of sports available due to COVID-19 protocols, what would be your choice if you had to choose a sport in the intramural?
Well, when you put the words COVID-19 in it, you know, you got to give the safe answer, I guess. As much as I love basketball, I feel like a fun intramural sport that's not as much interaction or touching of being around others, I guess is the right word to say, is volleyball. I've really enjoyed just getting to play some volleyball. You're somewhat distant from others. Sure, you're going to touch people eventually, but as far as if you're worried about COVID and stuff like that, but you still want to be healthy and active and on a sports team of any kind, I feel like volleyball is really like the safest one to do and still have some fun.
Yeah, that's definitely a safe answer. Thanks for those responses. Right now, we're going to take a sneak peek of all the possibilities in terms of getting involved in intramural sports. After that, we have some of our very own SFA students experiencing what they like about intramural sports.
Not many people on campus know that the place for intramural sports is actually right here in the Student Recreation Center. There is a separate office in the building specifically for intramural sports. Let's find out ways you can get involved today. As we take a look inside, intramural sports here at SFA has been a mainstay for entertainment and fitness for years. It is one of the easiest events to get involved and meet new people. Here is the competitive sports desk. Information regarding signing up or creating a team will be at that desk. Once there, an attendant will greet you and will help guide you through the process. The competitive sports desk will be open from noon to 6 p.m. this semester on weekdays. One-day tourneys are free, and major as well as minor sports will have a small cost to participate. One-day tourneys such as table tennis will be played here in the rec center. For all intramurals for the semester, check by the competitive sports desk to see what sport fits you. This here is the Health and Physical Education Complex. This contains the HPE for additional sports. The HPE features 5 basketball courts in the gym for continuous basketball action. Indoor soccer is also played here too. Be sure to bring your A game for those. Kickball is the most popular sport this year. Kickball is played on this pitch and can be played by every Greek life organization, men's, women's, and even co-ed. And just right across the pitch is the softball field. This sport is more popular amongst co-ed teams. The sport is a blast to play with 12 other people on your team. Tennis is also available as a sport, with it having singles or doubles play. Now it's time to have one of our SFA students describing their time with intramural sports.
Intramural sports is something that I am absolutely looking forward to. I haven't personally been a part of them yet. I'm only a freshman, and coming in, I know there are probably COVID restrictions and all that stuff, but I'm really looking forward to it as COVID starts to hopefully go away and how the vaccine's starting to come out. I'm really looking forward to start playing. I think intramural sports, it gives gives people who don't have the ability to play at the college level a chance to still play the sports they love. You see, and throughout high school, I played football, basketball, baseball, cross country track, tennis. I played all these sports, and as I got to college, it felt so much different because I wasn't always playing a sport, and like I was throughout high school, I played every sport. So it feels really different, and I really like at times really miss those sports. I miss playing and competing, and I think that intramural is a perfect medium to get to play those sports. It's not just like a pickup game. It's a lot of competitiveness. There's still really good athletes and people who play in the intramural, but it's also not to the point of where some people don't have the ability to play at the college level, and I'm one of those people. And I think it's a very good medium to have still have a competitive game to play the sports that I grew up playing and absolutely loving and spending all my time into. And I'm very excited to be a part of that whenever things open back up and the vaccine starts to come out and COVID restrictions start going down.
If you're just joining us, we're here with Jackson Vandover, a current associate of the part-time official campus recreation and intramurals. Could you also briefly tell me about what you like about intramural sports and from what perspective?
What I like about intramural sports is, so like coming from like high school, sports are very competitive in the sense of like people are playing not necessarily for fun anymore. They're playing more to get a scholarship, or they're playing to get all the way, as far as they can, which those aren't bad things or anything. But like with intramurals, it puts the fun back into sports, I think, to where it doesn't have to be this big, huge competitive thing to where, you're in tears when you lose.
Right.
But it's more like you're here to have fun with the people that you like and playing the sport that you like to play. Win or lose, you're having fun.
Okay, so a few seconds ago we mentioned that you're an official for the intramural sports. What is that like?
It's kind of hard sometimes being an official of a sport. You kind of just have to have some tough skin. People aren't going to like every call you make, but at the same time, if you love the sport enough, being an official is just kind of like being a nerd of the sport, you knowing the ins and outs. And so I kind of enjoy that part of it because I'm learning from the sidelines, because it's so easy to get mad at a ref, but when you're the ref, you can sympathize with them a little bit.
Is there a certain sport that you like to officiate, or a sport that requires you to learn more about the sport?
Football. Football is an interesting one to officiate just because I know a lot about basketball and I know a lot about football as well, but there's always these like tiny little details and rules in football that you have to have a keen eye and really know that handbook in and out, or you're going to get a lot of upset people.
Right, there's a lot of things like concerning football that you have to know. Well, that is all the time we have for today. I would like to give a huge thanks to our guest, Jackson Vandover, for being on air with us. Those wishing to know more about SFA Intramural Sports can call 936-468-3507 or email campusrec@sfasu.edu. Also, thank you to the people who tuned in for watching us on this special edition of SFA Now.